Hello everybody, Raptor King of the West here, and today we are back in Minecraft Dinosaurs. And today is the day after Minecraft Live came out, actually. So we're probably going to talk a little bit about that, just because it's something that's happening. And hopefully I get it! Hopefully I get the Pachyrhinosaurus DNA. I have been skipping out on off-camera work for a while now, just to go mining, so that I can get this Pachyrhinosaurus DNA. I wanted to have the Ankylosaurus enclosure fully completed by now, all the spikes. I have all, I have all the stuff, but I haven't finished it yet. I haven't even worked on it, because I've just been mining. Forever! It keeps going on. I did get another Stegosaurus DNA, so I'll probably throw that in the enclosure. Yeah, I haven't tidied this up anymore or finished this yet. I will probably do it off camera. This is what we worked on last episode. Speaking of last episode, I did the math on how many biofossils I would actually... Is that air? Oh, just carry on. I've used the carry on mod 214 times, I guess. That's interesting how that mod is coded, if that's actually how it's doing that. Where are the biofossils? Here we go. 474. We are at 474, and we've used it only once, apparently, which that's just right-clicking the ground to place it. Yeah, last episode, I threw in another stack in hopes that we would actually get the Pachyrhinosaurus DNA. Doing it again this episode. I redid the math. If it's a 0.4% chance, I only needed 250 to get every single DNA. Like, realistically, so it's 250 to guarantee any specific DNA. I should have by now gotten Pachyrhinosaurus, especially now since it looks like we're actually double 250 almost. I came down here, right! Oh, Minecraft, why are you lagging? Don't be lagging. We're going over to our Aquilolumna, which has been unnamed for a while now. And he's getting named Walter. Hello, Walter. You're not happy. Ah, yes. Nautilus. Oh, I actually feel a little bit bad for the fossils and archaeology devs. Like, not too much, but... Minecraft Live, we saw the main announcement of two new features. The Nautilus and the Spear. Javelin, here we go. Actually, that looks astonishingly like the, I cannot craft them, I think. Yeah, I need to find them somewhere, I believe. Oh, yeah. So, I don't think we have a javelin. I don't think I've stumbled upon any in any of the structures I've explored. We can check, but yeah, so Fossils and Archaeology has a couple of things. They have the javelins and the Nautilus, which is a mob already here. They did change the Nautilus shell. We never looked at it in the old version of the mod, but in the old version of the mod, it was very red and white, sort of like the texture that we see for the Nautilus in Minecraft Live. Main difference being the one in Minecraft Live is actually much bigger than the one that we see here in Fossils and Archaeology. I don't know if I have the stuff. I don't think I can this DNA, volcanic rock, yada yada. Yeah, I don't have Nautilus DNA here, but if I... yeah, there we go. So you can see this here is made... This is the pink one. There's a red sprite and a blue sprite, I believe. But yeah, we have the Nautilus here in Minecraft Dinosaurs. Maybe today I'll get it. I know we did get it in the last world, but it was a very brief thing. I sort of just threw it in a koi pond with a couple of the other modded fish, because that was pre 1.13, so there were no fish at all. Javelin! There we go. Okay, so the javelins do work differently in fossils and archaeology than they do in Minecraft Live. So I do think that that'll probably just stay, like, these won't get changed if and when the fossils and archaeology team updates, because these sort of just... They are thrown projectiles. The ones that we see in Minecraft Live are more like weapons you would use for jousting, which I think is it's a fun feature. And then the Nautilus, new rideable mount, that is... I think it's pretty cool. It's quite a bit different than the Nautilus in fossils and archaeology, but I feel like if/when the fossils and archaeology team updates to a version with the new Nautilus, I don't know what they'll do, if they'll differentiate the two, or if they'll just remove their version of the Nautilus, or what, because they're sort of fairly different. I don't know. I am not the fossils and archaeology team. And I'm sure that whatever they do, they'll do it very well. But yes. We're getting a whole bunch of features from fossils and archaeology put into just regular Minecraft. Which is... It's fun. I was disappointed 1.13 that they didn't have a Nautilus mob in the game. That seemed like a missed opportunity to me, especially because they had the Nautilus shell. Just total missed opportunity. Is it not going to give it to me again? Okay, yes. Dinosaur DNA. Let's grab the Stegosaurus out here, throw it in here. What do I want to build an enclosure for? Starting to run low on herbivores that don't have, like, super involved enclosures. Sort of hoping we get the Pachyrhinosaurus. Could do Brachiosaurus. It's a bigger enclosure that I have in mind. But we could do that. I don't know. Hold on, let's... I'm sort of just gonna run around for a bit, I guess. That's not true. I am gonna look around, though. Because I'm sort of wondering where I could put the Brachiosaurus enclosure, because that's a big one. And it's gotta be a very tall enclosure, so I don't know how we will do this, like where we'll put it, because I've done big enclosures. These two being, I think, the biggest, technically. Yeah, I think these two are the biggest. That one's probably comparable to that. This one's the tallest. Maybe not even, actually. I don't know how tall that one is, but I feel like for the Brachiosaurus, we need an enclosure that's actually larger than that, so I think we'd have to go on this side of the river again. and find somewhere to put it. Or we could... No, we can't push behind... like, here. That won't work. If I fill in the ravine, we can build it there, but I'm not really a fan of that idea. We could do some deforestation, but I don't know if that would get us enough space. So I do think we have to go somewhere across the river. Hello, unnamed Dimorphodon. Yeah, let's hop over here. Is there somewhere that I could build a Brachiosaurus enclosure? Or not? We have almost a lake here, actually. Oh, we do, technically. That doesn't connect to the river. Not a terrible spot for a Henotus. I think that's... yeah, Henotus. Could do one of those. Sort of like a big turtle. Leatherback turtle. The trouble with this area is that it's very, dynamic terrain. Okay, you know I'm coming for you, apparently. Well, there, the, Enderman is gone somewhere. I don't know where. Aha! You're back. Okay, really? There we go. Got a grass block out of that, not even an ender pearl. Yeah, no, the rough thing over here is that it's, a lot more dynamic terrain. Huh. The thing is I want the enclosure to be big enough. If I'm doing Brachiosaurus, I want it to be big enough to fit it. And I want to have a... Basically, we're gonna need like 10 block tall walls. Which I think would look best made out of cordiate or spruce and stone bricks. That's sort of the palette I envision there. Like, I do have an idea for the enclosure. I just don't know if I could build it in this episode without, like, actively collecting all the stuff for it beforehand. You're coming with me. I don't have a pig yet. I have a sheep, a cow, and a chicken. Only 2 of them I really need, so you'll fit right in with the sheep. Sheep at least gives me wool. You're just here for fun. You'll work in the lab, I'm sure. You'll do great. It is a long trip up, especially when I am slowed down by carrying something and not eating. There we go. Okay, do we think it happened? I don't think it happened. Psittacosaurus and Spinosaurus. Are you kidding me? This is insanity. This is insane. Okay. Ooh, we could do Gallimimus. I kinda like the idea of doing Gallimimus enclosure. Milk. There we go. Do I remember off the top of my head what the habitat for a Gallimimus is? That's That is an excellent question. What? Okay. I know for a fact I already... Oh, well, I forgot. I forgot the achievement thing. Belongs in the museum. Craft the archaeology workbench that I have used. Yeah, let's do Gallimimus. I think that lived in, like, a plain sorta biome. Oh, I do not remember. Usually I double check before recording. Hold on one moment here. Okay, I am back. I just double checked the habitat for Gallimimus, and it is semi-arid plains, which is going to be sort of desert-like plains, maybe one or two trees. What that sort of sounds like to me is... Do I have the saplings for this? Because I think this could be fun. I thought I collected them. Where are they? Come on. I'm not crazy, right? Cause, yeah! Acacia. I think we could go for a savanna sort of biome. Okay. This is... so... This is insane! This is absolutely insane. I have 5 of so many things. And so many... If it died, like I've had a couple said a patty die or a Quetzalcoatlus die, I have a lot more DNA for that. But I don't have a Ceratosaurus at all. I don't have a Spinosaurus at all. I don't have a Deinonychus at all. Oh my goodness! No way! I cannot believe this. This is insane! This is absolutely insanity. How do I not have it? How do I not have the Pachyrhinosaurus DNA yet? I cannot believe this. I am at a loss for words? Maybe. Not quite. I'm saying a lot. I cannot believe this. I absolutely cannot believe this! This doesn't make sense! Like, mathematically, this doesn't make sense anymore. No way! Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Let's not even worry about it. We have a Gallimimus enclosure to make. What do I want to make it out of? Oh, wait, hold on. Palm planks aren't terrible. You know what would be nice is Ooh, wait. Oh, dripstone could look really nice, actually. Okay, hold on. I have an idea, but it involves going and mining some dripstone, which gives us an opportunity to collect more fossils. Please. I need them. I cannot believe I don't have Pachyrhinosaurus DNA. It doesn't make sense at this point. Like, statistically, it doesn't make sense anymore. Where is... I mean, first off, I have mine 757, which is just... But 474. That is how many biofossils I have collected. And it's just... That's... What the heck? 474, and not one Pachyrhinosaurus DNA. Not even one. I cannot believe this. That's crazy. Are you eating? Why are you hungry? Can I eat? Oh dear. Did not mean to pick you up. You can move around in here. I know you can. Well, okay, you can walk in a circle. You can do that. I'm going to take out the fallen log, because I think that'll get you more... The frick was that? What are you doing? I think you're eating, but you danced for a moment there, and I don't know why. Okay, mining. I wanted to go mining for, dripstone. Because I have an idea for the Gallimimus enclosure that I think will be fun. And this is my channel, so I get to make the calls. That's right. See, and I don't need to search very far to find dripstone, which is nice. If I was looking for, like, volcanic rock, that might have taken some actual searching, but this, I got this. I do still really want to find terracotta somewhere that I can use for a sort of Badlands style enclosure. But I haven't found a mesa yet. So I don't have mass amounts of terracotta. And I think that would fit in with this enclosure, but I also think that this'll do fine for what I have envisioned. Just find sort of that'll work. I was hoping to find a wall of it so that I didn't have to worry too much about the stalagmites and stalactites. I don't know what which is which really. The difference is based off of how they're formed, so I'm not 100% sure which is, which one. I'm sure one of you lovely people, you know what the difference is, but I am not sure. What I am sure about is that I'm gonna need a couple stacks of these, because, Gallimimus, they run a decent bit. So they're gonna need some space. Those aren't gonna grow into each other, that's fine. Yeah, they're gonna need some space. I'd like them to have space to run around. My idea is sort of make it so that they have a cliff face on one side, and then we can put a window on the other side. I think that would look really cool. We don't need smooth basalt. Ooh! Never noticed you before. Still only getting amber chunks. Can anything else even drop out of this? Not Dominican amber. We can only get that from the sifter, but we can get these 2 ambers. So you will always drop amber chunk, but mosquito 5% chance it looks like. And then this is, we cannot see if this drops from these, because these are set up strange for some reason. I don't know if it's roughly enough. Ooh. Please. Nope, those are 2 plant fossils. I don't need plant fossils, I need biofossils. Please, and thank you. I don't know if it's fossils and archaeology that's technically glitched, or roughly enough items that's glitched. But one of them is having a problem if I, like... Oh, no, this is fine now. I did turn off dark mode because I found that was having problems. There we go. See, so it is bugged, and if I turn on the dark theme for this one, it doesn't shift, but cultivate. Nope. There we go. It shifts weird. I don't know why. I don't know which one of them is bugged to cause that. But one of them isn't working properly, and I don't know which. I'm not super worried about it. It's not like it's preventing me from getting the Pachyrhinosaurus DNA. Right? Could never. Because I'll get that DNA. I will get it! It'll happen one day. Do we have more dripstone down here? We do. We're sort of hoping for some biofossils as well. Just one. Yes! See? Okay, so one of these. There's a biofossil. And a Sarcosuchus tail. So, obviously Minecraft is now listening to my wishes, and it wants just as much as I do for me to get the Pachyrhinosaurus DNA. Obviously, that's the only natural conclusion from the events that have just transpired here today. Which means that when I throw this single biofossil in the analyzer, I'm definitely totally going to get the DNA that I want, promptly derailing my entire plan for the episode so that I can get the Pachyrhinosaurus DNA. That's obviously what's gonna happen, right? There's no way that I could still not get the Pachyrhinosaurus DNA, not after all of those incredibly unlikely and coincidental events happening one after another. I don't think I need to be caving like this. Yeah, no. Alright, home it is. Let's just... It'll give it to me. It'll give it to me, right? I believe in that. I believe in that. Please. I know there's not an achievement for collecting every single DNA. Even if there was, I'm still missing a bunch from the shale fossils. Dang it! Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Still! This is... It's evil. This is evil. I'm not... This is so sad. Okay, well, you know what? Let's... I think we can make a cool amber mine over where the bridge is on our path down. think that could look really cool. Glass. How much glass do I have? How bad of a storage system do I have? We might need to get more sand and more glass. I might do that. How much is that? Yeah, I'll get another shovel. And then let's just collect some more sand. And get even more glass, just because I don't want to run out. Sand collection, there it is. We'll teleport over. Beautiful. The landscape that I've been slowly decimating. Is there a Nautilus in here that I can show off? Not that I'm seeing. Sorta hoping to show it off a little bit. We could even get it in a bucket, and I could bring it back, and we could have the Nautilus before the newest updates. I mean, admittedly, it's modded, so it's not quite as clickbaity as other YouTube titles, but who knows? But no Nautilus, unless it's on this side. Is it? Is there a Nautilus? I see cod. And empty ocean. I don't think it's good we're getting another ocean update. They added so much with the old one, like the last one, but they didn't do much to make it feel more alive and less empty. At least some of the biomes do feel alive and full, and then you have this, which, yeah, it's got all the kelp and the seagrass and the fish, but it does still feel pretty empty. Which isn't necessarily bad. I think it just needs one or two larger creatures in it. Like, for example, the new Nautilus, because they've made it quite a bit bigger than an actual Nautilus would be. Let's go for 2 stacks, I think. That should be more than enough for a while, probably. Not 100% sure. We'll find out, I suppose. Oh, no, I knew I left some. There we go. My idea for this is to make the enclosure a little bit longer than it is wide, so that's sort of something that they could run back and forth in. We'll see if that plan, I think, actually looks good. I think it will, currently. But maybe I'll look at it and be like, no, this was a terrible idea. What am I doing? I think I have almost all the fossilized seeds and spores and saplings. Alright. We'll see if I need to collect more dripstone, but I think for now this will be good. I need to remember that I can cut through the trees there and just get right onto this path. I've been taking the long way that the car would have to take. But I am a person. I do not need to take the car path. Sometimes I'll be running by, and I'll see the iron, and I'll think, oh, fossils? No. It's not fossils. It's never... Why would it be fossils? It's iron. You left it there. You didn't mine it. I would have mined fossils. Probably should have mined the iron. I don't think we have too much iron right now. Okay. So, Gallimimus enclosure, I think, does go over on this side as well, unless I put it over there on that side of the ravine? Maybe? I don't know. Problem is then I need to connect all the way over here. Actually could just put the Gallimimus right here next to that ravine, which does pretty well bring in the Ankylosaurus if we go sorta. I don't know. I think it could work out well if we put it here. If I put like one part of it, so that's then we go. How long do I want this to be? Maybe to here? That feels like that could be long enough, perhaps? Does that feel long enough? Goes down a little bit, but that's fine. That doesn't feel long enough. That doesn't. Which concerns me about how much dripstone I'm gonna need for this. We may need to go mining again. Okay, so where we have that ping there. Maybe it's not that this side needs to go farther back, but that... Well, no, if that's the window and then I curve it a bit, that'll actually be fine. Maybe I push it back a couple more. Does this line up? Needs to go one more this way. Okay. And then... I'm just sort of focusing on where the window will be right now. Oh, no, we only need 3. Shh, don't tell anyone that there is a hole there. Yeah, we're gonna need more dripstone, because that was most of it. We're definitely also gonna need more glass, so I do think I made the right decision there. If I put the glass on the center bit, I think that would be best. So this keeps the glass wall straight, but this is also going to be the only straight part of the enclosure. The rest of it will be a bit more curved. Or at least that's what I'm envisioning. Sort of making it look a bit like a sausage, actually. Sort of like a soft bend out at the ends and then in towards the center. Oh, through a glass. I was getting swept away by the beauty of my zoo. I'm sorry. The sunset from here actually is quite beautiful. Frame it fully in the Velociraptor enclosure. I have never seen her sleep. And I think it's because she's hungry more than anything. How am I going to do this? Are you going to kill me? You're not going to kill me. How unhappy are you? You're pretty unhappy and pretty hungry, but I am your owner, so you're not going to attack. Alright. Well, you're not dead, at least, and you're not escaping, and that hatch I do need to get connected to something. I don't take time to appreciate some of the builds here. Some of them aren't the prettiest. The Consomnathus enclosure is more fun than it is pretty. I need to pretty it up a bit, maybe put a tree in the center there. But this doesn't look bad. We need paths. We need the other shops that I want to put in. And like information bureaus and stuff. But it doesn't look bad. I am a little bit proud. Even if it's not like the most visually stunning work on Earth. It looks decent. I do like it. And we have up here. Up here, the main thing is just that this is so flat right now. I need to build the garage and then do some terraforming, just make it look less flat. But it looks good. It does. The interior is terrible, but the build itself looks good, I think. Just throw that somewhere. I'm not too worried about it. I know it's sort of a waste, but also I'm not that worried about it. Alright. Let's get back to building instead of being sentimental. Although this whole everything that I've done here is 100 times prettier than anything I had ever built in the last world. The last world, though, also had, like, a major size limitation. I think some of the enclosures are bigger than that entire island. Like, I do think that we could not have fit this Triceratops enclosure. Because I would have run out of space for it. And maybe that's, like, a little bit of a hyperbole. I know for sure, though, we could not have fit both of these. Or any of the ones in this section. If it was the only enclosure on the island, we could have done it. But it wouldn't have been the only enclosure. There would have been others. So we couldn't really fit most of this. I mean, our pterosaur enclosure this time it's this, which is unfinished. Still, to this day. I'll work on it off camera, I promise. I've been saying that, though, for several months now. But our pterosaur enclosure last world was carved into a mountain. I had destabilized a mountain and put windows in. So this is definitely an improvement on all accounts. We did have enough glass, which is nice. Let's shape this out. alright, actually, with the amount of variance I'm getting in height here. I think that'll add to it, and yeah, we sort of get that sausage shape that I was talking about. Of course, now I need to actually build this up. Sorta similar, actually, in concept to the Dinosaurs enclosure, but a bit different in form. Instead of it trying to look like a bunch of individual rocks, I want it to look like one bigger rock. That's sort of what I'm going for here. Do I think a Gallimimus can parkour? I do not, I've decided. Otherwise, we're gonna have an escape problem over there. You know what would be good for dripstone? Deep cave. I don't know how often I go here on camera. Not very, I know that for sure. But I do a decent bit of mining here. I did more during the earlier episodes. When I was trying to get the Dimetrodon, but now trying to get the Pachyrhinosaurus, so it's more above Y level 0. Which we are, currently. Not anymore. Forgot about this. I can use this to get down. Because I'm not a Jeep. Sorry, I'm sort of hoping for fossils. Nope, nothing. Nothing. So sad. One day we'll get that Pachyrhinosaurus. It'll happen. I'm sure. I'm sure it'll happen. Eventually. Well, until then, let's get this Gallimimus enclosure all in here. Or, let's get some of it in here. This burns through so many blocks, and now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have checked my chest. I probably have dripstone in one of my chests. You have to be down one just for safety. I do think that this looks good. I think it maybe would benefit more from some color variation. From, like, terracotta or something. I don't think we have many. Does hashtag work? Yes. Oh, ancient stone, but I don't have any ancient stone. It's a really weird way to represent it. It technically only generates in structures. There's an Easter Island head sort of structure. That's a good way to get ancient stone, actually. Once again, I am building a enclosure that you can just sort of walk into if you climb good enough. Which is fine, because we don't have any actual guests yet. But if I do, like, for example, flood the zoo with villagers to act as guests and staff, all of the sudden, I have a major security problem, because all the children are climbing into dinosaur enclosures. And that's not gonna be good for anybody's health. Including the dinosaurs. Oh. You know what? Sure. Why not? But this does look good. It looks rough. In a good way. Like it is just some rocks. Dripstone, apparently, I can never have enough of. We're maybe an eighth through the build. So that's not a great sign. Let's head here, though. And see, maybe I have, like, a couple stacks in a chest that I just missed. Because I never actually looked in our chests. Thrip is not a word. That will not help us. I have plenty of pointed dripstone. Well, I gained 9. That was not worth it. Let's head back to Deep Cave. And let's decimate some more natural wonders. It is turning to night. Not that that's too big of a concern. I'm already in the dark. Alright, there we go. We're almost at 4 stacks now, I think. But I don't know. How much wood do we have left? 1 piece. We'll go till that burns out. Which won't get us much more, really, probably. But, you know, we need as much as we can get, apparently. Ah, there we go. Is that all my wood? Yep. Alright. Let's sleep, and then continue on the very slowly moving Gallimimus enclosure. How long have... Alright, let's get back to building this enclosure that hopefully will not get escaped from. So now we actually have... Because, I already wanted to do something with that. So we have roped the tar pit firmly into the layout of our zoo. I can turn that into an actual thing now. Probably put some glass walls around it. And maybe a sign or a lectern about, like, information. But that then ropes in a good route from this bridge over this way, past the Gallimimus enclosure, which we can bring a bridge over here to the Ankylosaurus. We have fully roped in all of the different sections of our zoo now, I think, more or less. There's a couple that are... couple things that are a little bit out of the way still. But I think we can more or less rope everything in with paths at this point. Paths and shops and stuff. That was not how I meant for that to go, but it's how it went. So that'll do. Where's our next one? Over here. And then... I'm actually just going to do this. I think I'm going to map this out first, and then we can build around it. That might give us a slightly better idea of how much dripstone I'm actually going to need, instead of how much I've been collecting in a trip. And that connects everything right there. So now I just got to build up on each of these sections and make them fuller. This section here is looking a little bit flat, so I'm gonna do that. And hope that that solves my problem. Kinda did. The inside's gonna look flatter than the outside, I think, regardless of what I do, just because the inside needs to be actually secure. And I think it more or less is. Could throw some water somewhere. Actually, this over here probably would be where I would throw the water. In fact, I can throw the water in there right now. There we go. It looks pretty good. Some of that might get covered with rocks, but we'll see if we even get that far with how many rocks I have. How much dripstone, I mean. You know what, my sentence made sense. But yeah, I'm gonna need more dripstone for sure. And I keep doing that. Yeah, that's looking alright. We are about a third, maybe halfway almost. There we go. And we're out. We're out again. It's happened again. But we're actually getting somewhere. And the vision of my enclosure, I think, is looking pretty good. But maybe very not secure currently. It's getting there, though. It'll be secure by the time I'm done. Don't know if it'll look secure, but I have plenty of enclosures that look incredibly dangerous but aren't. How are Apache cephalosaurs doing? You guys are 5. I don't know if they're at the sticky moloch level yet. They might be. I don't know. We will see. We'll find out when they... Because when they're fully grown, we should see not really any spikes on the side of their head, and the classic bump on top of their heads. The Dracorex has no bump, which I didn't see any there, and just the spikes on the sides and back of the head. Sticky Moloch is sort of in between. Why am I going up here? This doesn't have my dripstone. The cave has my dripstone. Alright. Could have brought torches. Still didn't bring torches. Gonna steal that torch. Find somewhere to mine dripstone. And I'm gonna place the torch there. I'm gonna mine the dripstone where I was mining before. Right over here, I think. Yep, this was it. Alright, that might not be enough. admittedly. I don't think it'll be enough, but I did almost die collecting it. So, priorities. I'm gonna try to not die. And... there we go. Make some bread when I wake up. $27 pieces of bread. Lovely. Alright. There we go. All the way back down. There's another skeleton. And there it goes. No longer alive. Yeah, I think this would look really cool with some other blocks in it. I think ancient stone would fit in well. Ancient chest has a new texture. It looks very similar to the ancient debris. That is something that the mod devs actually do pretty good for this mod, is they will try to make things look like they fit in Minecraft. Because the dinosaurs, no matter how realistic they've gone for, they don't really look out of place. Hello. That seems unreasonable. You didn't have to do that. No one forced you to. That wasn't even that close, really. And to leave me with only one block, except for 16 over here for some reason. Why were they all over there? I don't know. We will get the actual dirt to fix that mess in a moment here, though. I want to get as far along this as I can before I go and do anything else, because the optimal situation for me is having to go and get the dirt at the same time as I am collecting the acacia saplings. I'm going to, over there, make that 3 blocks up, and then bring the back in like this. And yeah, so I made that section a lot bigger than it needed to be, but I think that was probably worth it, because I think that looks a lot better. Does mean that it is very likely that I need to go collect more dripstone, because I've not been making this easy on myself now, have I? No, no, no. Of course not. That would be crazy. But we are getting close, so that is one thing at least. We could go over here. That looks like a lot of dripstone. What direction is that in this way? We're going to... wait, hold on. This cave near village, which I have a waypoint to, has dripstone. Alright. I've collected so much more dripstone. Hopefully it is enough this time. I would like to get to somewhere with this enclosure. That was a terrible idea. What I need to do is I need to make this an actual pond, and I need to fix the waterfall a little bit. I think it gets a little bit too wide towards the end. That's more of a matter of personal taste more than anything. And then we can use some glass to make it look like it's actually splashing, which would look super cool, I think. Let's get these all just for along here up to save point, and then we'll just, around the back, I'll sort of make it look more stony. Oh, this goes quite far, actually. Then that all looks not terrible, which is my favorite way for things to look. It's a bit of a limited block palette, admittedly. It is actually just the one block, and I think it would look maybe a little bit better with some variation. But I'm not, like, overtly unhappy with how it looks at all, so, you know, I can live with this. And there's a zombie somewhere. Hello. Just get this all up to code. Bring in some variance there so that it actually looks good. Okay, really? You're gonna attack me? That's nice. How nice of you. Doesn't need to look clean, it needs to look like rocks. Or more one rock, actually. One big stone formation that, like, eroded, I guess, would be the most realistic way for this to shape like this. There we go. And then in here, I wish I didn't have to put that there to make that safe, and if I put that there, that'll be fine. And that is the walls for the Gallimimus enclosure, actually. So we're gonna go home. We're gonna get the dirt to fix it. After I sleep, we're gonna get the dirt, we're gonna get the saplings, we're gonna get a bunch of bone meal, some ferns, some dead bushes, just because I think that that'll add to the arid sorta bones, dirt, more dirt, just a lot of dirt. We'll go 2 stacks of dirt, shouldn't need that much dirt though. Dead bushes, where do I store dead bushes? Do I store dead bushes? Bush. 4 dead bushes. No dead, none, nada, 0. Alright, we have 4 dead bushes. Ferns are outside. I think we have another dead bush in this chest. Yep, there we go. Not chest. That's the analyzer. Turn all this into bone meal, just because I'll need it. I'll grab some ferns from down here, probably. Just one of the other enclosures. Can I make this jump? I think no. Kinda? Do we count that? I don't think we count that. I think I failed the jump. I don't even know if the jump is possible, so I'm not going to feel too bad about it, but there's an item over here. What is it? We need to get the feeders going, because these guys do not get to eat very often. Okay, I am in this enclosure, which is actually a little bit dangerous for me. Just to find... Ah, there it is. Rotten flesh. I don't know where they are, but I know that they're not happy with me. Yeah, very not happy with me. I hope they eat eggs. Do we think they eat eggs? Do you eat eggs? Please? Eat eggs? Okay, hold on. Hi. Hello. Yes, you're probably very not happy with me. Very not happy, and you don't eat eggs. You do not eat eggs. So that was a bad idea. And I don't have anything to feed you right now, so we're just gonna leave you be, and I'm sorry. Stressful enclosure. Hello. Yes. You two are beautiful and adorable. You are 6, you're full, you're happy. Your maximum population in here is 4. We'll see. I don't have any more, Pachycephalosaurus DNA at the moment. We just have the 2, and honestly there's a bunch of other ones that I do have duplicates of that I haven't put into their enclosures yet. Psittacosaurus being a new one. We got some Stegosaurus today. Stuff like that. We're gonna grow one of you, and I'm actually gonna immediately chop it down. Get some more saplings. We're gonna grow you here. You're gonna stay there. You're gonna be here. And we're gonna do one more over here. We only need 3. There we go. We're gonna get a set of these under each tree, I think. Ooh, another sapling. How nice. How kind. How lovely. Alright, we're gonna get 3 Gallimimus. I believe, unless something goes terribly wrong. Oh, dead bushes. Throw those. Alright. Let's get our 3 Gallimimus going here. Let's actually have them spread out a little bit. We're gonna let these guys hatch now. I think this enclosure is fully safe now. If they escape, they are, depending on how the mod has coded them, they're either herbivores or omnivores. Knowing that the mod goes for scientific accuracy, I believe they've probably gone with omnivorous. But I think that's one that's a little bit debated. So we will see. I'm gonna make this look a little bit more natural. There we go. Just looks a little bit less like a hard cut off. Or like it's actually inside of the, like it's an actual thing. We have some time to kill while these things hatch. Might as well make everything look good. Which is what we just spent the rest of the time doing. Yeah, you know what? I don't need that dirt. What are you at? You're at 68, 67, 68. I think this looks pretty good, though. I do wish that there was a dripstone slab. But I guess we could always just get ancient stone slabs. I think those could look pretty good on top of the glass. I just need to find ancient stone somewhere. Alright. You're gonna start shaking in a second here, and then those two will follow suit. Boom. And there we go. Okay. It is entirely possible that I can run along this to be present for every single one of the births. Actually, it won't be that hard, I think. Yes! Alright, let's actually look at what we got here. We got you. We have a female. I now need to try and... Okay. We got a male, and... So we have two females and a male. They're very fluffy right now. And it is omnivorous. Lovely. Yep, we got all the information here. Oh, we have, originally humid floodplains, rivers, and lakes. Do I... Huh, okay. That is... interesting. That is a very different habitat than what I found. I'm not gonna change it, because I think this will be fine. But that is interesting. And then, yeah, you're omnivorous. You probably eat eggs. Do you eat eggs? No. Only the Velociraptor eats eggs, of course. What am... Deinonychus, Velociraptor, Oviraptor. Oviraptor literally meaning egg thief. Of course, our species of Oviraptor is Sidipati. So those guys, right there, they should grow to be about 6 meters long. 3 or 4 meters tall, I don't remember which. Max population of 15, we got him a good big enclosure here. Yeah, 2 meters tall, over 2 meters tall, 6 meters long. So yeah, this should be tall enough, and I think they'll have enough space to run around in, and have all sorts of small little Gallimimuses running around as well. It's very, very lovely. I do think, though, that this, even though it's one of the simpler ones, this might be one of my favorite enclosures. Or maybe I just really like the Pachycephalosaurs in this mod. The Velociraptor is also really awesome. All of them are awesome. I love all of them. I love all my dinosaurs, and no one can tell you otherwise. You heard it here first. I love all the dinosaurs in my zoo. Every single one of them, because so far none of them have eaten each other. And last time, that was the only reason I had ever gotten mad at any of them. Gus. I remember what Gus did. Or what we thought he did. I don't remember. I believe... Yeah, he ate the Drysaurs. The original Drysaurs. He ate them. We thought he ate the Parasaurolophus, but then we found the Parasaurolophus again after. Arthur was okay. But Gus, he ate our Dryasauruses, which I think we named even Nymph. Or, yeah, I think he ate Nymph. I don't know if he ever ate Gaia, or, oh, what was the order that we named the Dryosaurs? We had, I think it was Dryad first, and then Gaia and Nymph, and I don't remember which ones Gus ate. But he ate some of them. We haven't gotten the Sarcosuchus back since. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you have an amazing day, and goodbye.